Hey everybody, and welcome back to From Guiseley to Greatness with me, GW365. It's been a little while since I've played. I do remember last time I had a few problems. Well, I've got a few problems with the resolution. Basically, it's been shown at 480p. It is not that great. I've tried adjusting a few settings just to see if I can get it to work correctly. I'll try my best to make sure it works, but we'll have to see. Another thing I'd note is, yes, my girlfriend's in bed again, unfortunately, so I've got to be fairly quiet, which is a bit of a shame. So, basically, it's been a while since playing. Just come back to, I think we played Chester last time. I've got some results to go through. Got work in here. We drew 1-1. Just look at the goals, as always. As you can see here, a very late equaliser after getting pummeled for most of the game. In terms of chances anyway. 50-50 possession, pretty even game. Just like to load today, thank you. Garland got the ball, he squared it. Got our chipped it for it's lagging like crazy at the minute. And Beer was there for a tap in. Which was pretty disappointing. But then Wood came on off the bench. And got the man of the match as a result of this. Came to here, one touch to set himself, and boom! Pick that out. If you just want to bear with us at one moment, I am actually going to change some more settings. Just bear with us. And we are back. Hopefully this should be a bit better. We'll move on to the next game. Basically, I've just changed the frames per second. I thought hiring the frames per second might make it a sharper picture for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. But I'll try 60 frames per second instead, after I've adjusted the actual screen resolution myself. So then we moved on to a game against Guiseley at home at Nethermart. And we won 3-2. Not many chances, but the chances did come. Seemed to be, decent chances. Although I seem to remember one goal being a bit of a bullcrap goal, you'll soon see. I think they went 1-0 in front. Over the top, Marshall's are behind. Crossed in, Simpson headed it out, not well enough. Compton played it long downfield, straight to Fitzsimmons. He in turn found Roberts inside. Inside. Wake up, GW. A long ball over the top, Marshall on it there. Well, on the Amber. He flipped to McConnell. Trying to remember, they scored now. Kicked it long downfield. Or was it us that scored first? Might have been us actually, sorry. Margaret's got the ball. Found Denton. Yes, of course, we scored. A brisk counter attack. Put us 1-0 up with Tyler Denton's face looking very happy. Just got my cup of tea here. Apologies for the slurp there. Then Ollie got it here. He crossed it in. Came to Margaret who powered it home. The near post. Remember that goal? That was a decent goal. Lynch then. Short kick out to Niambi. Just squared it to Wood, who then played it long towards Turner. Turner headed on to no one. Reece Turner making a rare appearance after his injury problems. Waldron got the ball in the Ipswich goal. Found Lawrence, who headed down to Roberts. Knocked it over the top. Marsh was in behind, and this was just basically sweaty goals. Sort of. The keeper, you could argue, should have done better. Looks like I'm trying to pick up a cricket ball off the floor. Missed it completely. Like many of the England... Nah, maybe not. I haven't watched the cricket for a while. I've got so many of the England cricketers, but it's been a while since I watched it. And then they got a penalty. No, it's not this game. It's one of the other games where there's a shocking goal. But that was a penalty. It was a penalty from what I remember as well. But then, after being pegged back to 2-2, you're thinking, the worst is going to happen. But Simpson crossed it in, and that was Danny Andrew who got his first goal of the season. Sorry, second goal of the season. And he's deserved a couple of goals because he's been probably our most consistent performer this season. That was the Ebbsfleet game at home. So then moving on then. We shouldn't have that many games, to be fair. I did say we're going to play Kidderminster if they were still up there. They're still 5th, so that's why we're doing that one. Otherwise I was going to go straight to Gateshead, which was going to be a bit of a while. So if I go on to Eastleigh, I think this is one that's got a dodgy goal. It might be the Harrogate first leg. So if we go to the goals here, Thomas Mohammed getting an early goal, but Ryan McConnell... Yes, it is this one, because I seem to remember that Ryan McConnell redeems himself by getting a goal. Because this is what happens quite regular. The header's completely missed, then he misses his tackle, and then, don't know who Lynch was waving at, but he saw someone in the crowd, obviously. Very happy to see them, of course. Still a bit framey, but it's not as bad as it was before. Compton crossed it in, and McConnell redeemed himself with a neat volleyed finish on his left foot into the middle of the goal. And that was the Guiseley game away, which arguably you could say it was points dropped. Then we had the FA Cup 4th qualifying round against Harrogate at home, and basically this was shocking. They went down to 10 men, and they still scored an equaliser with 10 men. But you'll see, first goal comes in, the first ball comes in, should we say, from Ferguson, and Ryan is there, free header. And absolutely no chance really for Lynch when he's got that much time and space to find the back of the net. That was an early setback. And Andrew, this is obviously they're in a league below because we played him in the playoff final. Bit similar goal for the last game, McConnell. But yeah, played him in the playoff final last season, if you remember, at their ground for some reason. Don't know why. But Ollie got the ball here, he chipped it in, and Denton was there for a neat finish into the bottom right corner. As you can see here, we had 60% possession, a few more chances. We deserved to win this game, and we found ourselves drawing against 10 men in the end. So then they got a goal straight off the kick-off after Simpson missed a header, which is another bullcrap goal. And again, flapping more than a tent in a gusty wind is Lynch. It's definitely an area I might look to strengthen in the future. And Andrew crossed it in, and the keeper spilled it, and Margaret scored. So at least that kind of cancelled out the other one at the other end. That was literally not... That was like 3 minutes after. Well, 2 minutes after. Then they were down to 10 men, and then they did this with 10 men. Fernham found Ryan, who looked offside to me, but no. Suspicions of offside. He did look offside to me, but that was it. They held firm. And that was the end of the game. So moving on to the replay, where we beat them 2-0 with Alex Johnson and Margaret's getting on the score sheet. Let's look at the goals. This is what happened. Compton with a long free kick into the box. It found its way all the way through. Johnson somehow nipping it in at the near post. First goal of the season. Good to see him on the score sheet again. Not sure he's waving his arm around like he don't care, which I think I might have been doing at the same time. I generally do. If I see them do it, I have to join in. But then Johnson didn't become provider, but he... oh, did he? Actually, it's quite a long highlight. But this is how it happened anyway. Fryer kicked it long. Nyambe just brought it down superbly. Ollie was on the chase, but to no avail because Killick was there. Former player, of course, Killick, on loan in the first season. And Fryer kicked it long downfield. Scott actually, with a header, came back in the side and did quite a decent job. Problem with Scott is his fitness is just appalling. He's a very good player for this league, but his fitness just needs to improve. That like he went out of play, but no. Oh, Nugent making his first start, by the way. And Margaret scored a decent goal there on the volley, half volley, whatever you call it. And that was that. That was that. Alex Johnson and Margaret's getting goals. Quite a few yellow cards in that game. A pretty heated affair. Pretty even game, to be fair, but we just about edged it on chances created. So moving on now, we are into the... As I was supposed to set a timer and I forgot to reset it. Oh well, I'll put it for 20 minutes instead. Just in case, I just want to have a gauge how long we've been recording, because now I'm not doing it on windowed mode. I can't see the time anymore. Right, so we've got Kidderminster. So Kidderminster have been doing quite well if I look at their schedule. They have had a decent run here in the last what, 9 games. They've got 6 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. That 1 loss coming to Wrexham away, and they drew 2-2 with Torquay or Torquay. I call it Torquay, don't know why, don't ask. something to do when I was playing football before, which I might add, I've actually started playing football again after a year out because I've also got a new job, which means now going to have weekends free, and I'm not going to have any lates to do, and I will start in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks time. Yesterday, as it is now. So hopefully you'll see a few more videos going up. Basically coinciding with when my girlfriend is on an all-day shift or if she's on nights or something, you should see more because I'm going to be at home at a more decent time to record. So, yeah, that's to look forward to. So yeah, they've been doing okay. They had a 3-0 win in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round last time out against Sheffield. Worth noting that they didn't have a replay, so their players are more likely going to be fitter. So if I go to their overview, you can see here their key player is a goalkeeper. And don't get me wrong, he looks a very good goalkeeper. 34 years old, Danny Lewis. He used to play. I was going to say he used to play for someone decent, but apparently just mainly Kidminster and Redditch, Mal Green and Studley among his other clubs. But yeah, looks a decent keeper. But he's their key player. Amadou Warite looks very useful in terms of physically and mentally. His technical ones aren't amazing, but 9 passing is still decent for this level. As you can see, 2.5 star. So, what other news is there from our team's perspective? I go to transfer history. Kieran Hamilton has gone to Blythe on loan. and Isaac Nelson has also gone because he was moaning about first team football. It was never probably going to get with his potential only now 3 star. So with that, we are a little bit depleted in the strikers department. So what I've done is I've set up a trial for this guy from Zimbabwe, but he's I hope I said that right. If I look at his information, his second nationality is English. He should be able to play no problem whatsoever. And as you can see, he has 2.5 star at the moment. If I look at that, it's got 5-star potential ability, leading Sky Bet League 2 striker in the future. And I had a look here for attacking role, advance forward, and then looking at these stats here, barring balance, everything else is like 11 or work rate as well, but is 10 or above. So you got 10 for passing, 12 for everything else that really matters, like your finishing, heading. And yeah, it looks like it'd be quite the acquisition if I can pull it off. I've offered a trial just to see. It's 186 centimetres as well, so he's quite tall. Jumping's 11, so I think he's going to be a handful. That kind of lets him down a little bit, but we'll take a chance on him. He's going to be free. I'm just going to have a trial for him. See what the coaches think of him and what have you. See if he generally is going to be like that sort of ability. And we'll take a punt and see what happens. So moving on to our team for this afternoon. Couple of players, quite a lot on yellow cards. Charlie Scott, as you can see, his fitness is appalling, so he's going to have to drop out, unfortunately. The expense of Jack Van's going to come in at the expense of him. Ryan McConnell is definitely going to stay there. He's his best defender. Niambi, I'm probably going to leave him in as well. Andy Nugent had his first game, and he's unfortunately going to make way for Danny Andrew. Luke Thomas is going to come in for Jack Compton, I think. Maybe not, no, because Compton's a little bit fitter. However, Gibbons is probably going to play instead of Ollie, because he's just not performed as an Ollie. But he can sit on the bench. He's going to be useful from the bench. Thomas does need to be on this bench. Sorry, Charlie, you have to make way. And Nugent's had a game now at least. Billy Simpson could do with a centre. You know what, Billy Simpson, you cover more positions than Aaron McGowan, which it's a shame that he's not playing because he can cover a multitude of different positions, but the one that we need. And to be honest with you, just for versatility's sake, I'm going to put Andy Holsworth in for a rare appearance on the bench. He's not even started a game yet, but it's still in my plans. I still want to keep playing him if I can. But we do need a centre midfielder in there because we've only got Tyler Denton and Archie Love at the minute because of Marcus Wood being injured for 2 days. Reece Turner's injured again, 7 weeks and 2 months, which is very disappointing. Kasheem Moulton's nearly back. That's why Alex Johnson's been playing. So we've got Alex Johnson and Jonathan Margetts. And then on the bench we've got James Laurie as an emergency striker. So yeah, let's get on to the game. going to be a tough game, this. As you can see here, we are 7 points to the 7 goals to the better of Altrincham and Bristol Rovers, and 6 points better. Only 7 points clear of Kidderminster and Chester, who we defeated last time 2-1. Yeah, we are the favourites, but like I said, fitness is definitely going to be against us. I'm liking this guy's ability to judge what to do. And he always says weak foot, which I think is probably the best bet. I think if you start putting always tight mark or always close down, I think you can sometimes disrupt the tactics. So, show what we can do to keep this run going. A lot more to come, passionately. Just need you to kick on and fight through tiredness. And why did I say that when I clearly says nervously there? Should have been saying calm and no pressure, but never mind. Ricky Wellard, is that? It probably is Ricky Wellard. Used to be a very good player. Andrew returns to the side, so I'm quite confident our left side will be okay. Even though Compton is there. But early chance for Kidderminster. Gittins, it's blocked. Collins shoots, but Lynch says, although I think it was just going wide of the left-hand post anyway. So Lynch forward, it goes to Nyambe, and that's the end of the highlight. Free kick for McKenna. Worth noting, I will just pause it here. That is Paul McKenna, if anyone recognises him. I do, I forgot to mention him. Basically, he's like the long-time Preston stalwart who started in League 2. Well, he didn't actually start in League 2, he started in League 1 because, as you can see here, didn't play. But yeah, he played there for a lengthy amount of time. In fact, it was 12 years before moving to Forest, which I was kind of good because back in this area here, I was Preston quite a few times on Football Manager. Because I did like the way they played, I liked their team, and he was like the main player. If I go to his stats, his attributes, not his attributes, information, dictates tempo, short simple passes, he's the best. It was like the best player you could have in that league, basically, just for dictating play, setting players up. He was like the whole package. He just wasn't the quickest, as you can see there, for pace. We just hit the bar from across. But never mind. But yeah, Paul McKenna, great player, great pro. It's a shame that he didn't stay as a one-man club, stay at a one-man club, because what happened was Duffy looked offside to me, and he was. I think when Notts Forest got all the mega money, like a couple of years ago, I think he actually went then. Which was a shame because, like I said, I like seeing. I'll just come back off injury. I might have to take him off. Compton crosses in because McConnell, it's blocked. Johnson was nearly there. It's headed away by Van after it's cleared away. Wellard. Let's make this sub. Greg Ollie. Make a difference. Come on. Yeah, it was disappointing. I like seeing one club men. In a way, that's why we're a bit disappointed that Gerrard ended up going, because I know it's not his choice, but if he'd have been able to retire there, one club man, it's not so bad, is it? Like what Paul Scholes did and Ryan Giggs did, and I'm a Leeds fan. You know, they stay at the club all their career pretty much, aside from loans. I don't even know if they went on loan, to be honest with you. No, Beckham went on loan. He ironically to Preston. I think it was Preston anyway. I seem to remember it being Preston a while ago. Here comes Reed just before the half-time mark. Collins crosses in deep. McConnell, shocking touch, and it gives a goal. And Reed runs away, wheeling his arm everywhere. And Lynch is not the player to blame there. It was McConnell with his shocking first touch. There you are, Chief. Right layoff. Swisty goals. So we go down 1-0 at the break, which is very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. So, aggressively, we're going to say, where's your passion, lads? Because we are getting absolutely beasted here. Looking for you for the difference. Since not many people responded to me getting angry and bursting some veins in my forehead. Let's go again. Gets to 60 minutes. Thomas will be coming on. Lewis Thomas. I think he's got Lewis Thomas. Can't remember now. Mine's gone blank. Luke Thomas. There we go. Here comes Reed again. Good tackle from Van. Or I think it was a pass in the end. Gittins finds Reed. In turn finds Duffy, and that was a good effort. And Lynch showed good hands there. So what we're going to do here, looking at their formation, they've just mixed it up a little bit. We are actually going to make a change. We're going to cancel here so I can pause it, because otherwise, by the time I've done it, it's done. We're going to exploit the flanks. I want to... more direct passing. Yeah, why not? And we'll play wider. Yeah, that'll do. Let's try something. Verma now. Used to play for Watford back in the day. Duffy skips past, I think it was Andrew. Left him for dead. And that's 2-0 to Kidderminster, which is very, very much terrible. So Luke Thomas is going to come on for Jack Compton, because Jack Compton is playing terrible. Tyler Denton equally playing bad. And Holdsworth is going to come on for his first start. It's a risky tactic, this, because we've got 40 minutes to play. But we've got to do something. We've got to do anything, really. If it gets to 60 minutes and there's no chances, I'll be pushing the wingers up. Because look at this. Verma. Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was Denton, Tyler Denton, which is fair enough. That's why I've probably got 6.1. Few players have. Johnson and Margotts have. That could have been a goal, that from Johnson, but he decided not to head it. Ollie finds McConnell. Need a bit of resurgence here. Fan. One ball for Margotts. Oh, decent ball. Lewis had to come out and he had to be sharp. Finds Kelly. Finds Gittins in turn. Love with a good tackle, but it only falls to McKenna. Now it's Reed. He finds Gittins and now Kelly. It's quite good to McKenna. And O'Lane as the ball goes around. Just a bit painful to see. Now it's Reed. And now McKenna again. Wellard finds Duffy. In turn he finds Reed. This is very good passing. They just can't contend with it, and they've hit the woodwork again. They're all over Guiseley like a rash. Something needs to change. Tactics, what are you? There. You're going to push to there. You're going to push to there. You're going to go to here. You're going to go to here. You can still be a poacher, but you're going to change to... I'll go for a T, why not? See if that works at all. Probably won't. Got to do something though. Attack. You're going to go to support. You're going to go to attack. So there we go. And then we're going to go with the team instructions. Whip the crosses in. Clear balls to flanks. I think that's about it really. Push higher up maybe. We'll push higher up. It's risky, but we're going to do it. Very much risky, but we're at 60 minutes and nothing's really changed. We're just still getting peppered. Duffy now. Collins crosses in. Reed is there, and somehow Lynch has saved that miraculously. Here comes across the resulting corner, and it's 3-0. And this is absolutely appalling. Andy Hero is an absolute hero for Kidderminster. And this is devastating. Corner now. Niambi plays it to Ollie, who can cross it in straight to the hands of Lewis. Poor ball from Ollie. Johnson loses out in the air. Comes back to Niambi. Long ball wide to Ollie. Kelly does win the header though this time. McKenna, ooh, he's actually giving it away. Finds Johnson. Johnson finds Thomas, and he scores. Is it offside? It is offside. But the signs are there. Mike's having a poor game, of course. Can't bring him more, making any more changes. Andrew crosses in. Doyle heads away. It comes to Love. And Lewis tips it over the bar. There's still time. Andrew, the corner, headed away by Doyle. Finds Holdsworth and Love is fouled. No, Holdsworth has a pump, but it's blocked. Comes back out to Andrew. Andrew is fouled by Dominic Collins. Free kick for Andrew to take. High and wide and not at all handsome. Another chance this time for Kidderminster. It's crossed in, Reed heads it and it's there. In off the bar. Lynch. What are you doing? Firma got it, crossed it in. In off the bar. Very disappointing. 4-0. This is going to be one of my worst results I've ever had in the same league situation, unless it's in the Premier League and I've got promoted. Thomas now on the charge. Can he provide a cross? He can. Margits is there and literally runs it into the net. That's the only way they're going to score, by running it into the net. In fact, no, apparently it was Hero, who's now a hero for Guiseley. But unless I can get 3 quick-fire goals, can't see anything happening. But at least we got on the score sheet. But yes, a couple of 5.9s, 5.8 sort of scores. It reflects. And the cross is in though, and Andrew is there. Good save from Lewis. Said he was the key man, showing his worth there. That was a very good chance. Nyambe with a corner. It's headed away by Hero. Holsworth should get there first. He does. He finds Van. But it goes to Andrew. Gets his side, finds Thomas. Can he chip it in? No, apparently that's the end of the highlight. Okay. Nyambe with a throw. Finds Ollie. He finds Love. He can strike it well. Great save from Lewis. This is definitely the Lewis masterclass. Fantastic effort from Love. Andrew finds Thomas. He can square it. No, he can run it out of play because he's brilliant. McKenna with a free kick. And that's 5-1. Lynch saved it onto the post and Chris Doyle reacted first. The centre back. And this is now embarrassing. There'll be some changes for sure. And yes, fair enough, it's unlucky from Lynch, but you're gonna get a better hand than that on it. It wasn't that good. Wasn't the shot. Andrew throws it down to Johnson. Thomas chips in towards the back post, but Lewis is always there again. Disappointing. Long ball downfield, headed away by Van. Thomas is tackled well by Collins, who now feeds Duffy. Duffy's in behind Andrew. Van is having to come across. A cross is made. Verma puts it wide. It could have easily been 6. This is Guiseley, top of the league, by the way. And that's the end of the embarrassment. So much work ahead. Much work ahead indeed. That was absolutely disgraceful. And they are actually now motivated when it's too late. So some changes will definitely be made for the next game. Yes, disappointing. I actually saw Sack then and I thought that might have been me. But anyway. Yeah, 5-star Kidderminster triumph, which is devastating, yeah, we know. Barrow have sacked their manager. And then you've got our unbeaten run that comes to an end, which is a shame. But yeah, it's been coming. Our form has been sketchy. I mean, we had a draw there, we've had a draw there, we had we had a draw there, and we had a draw in the FA Trophy. So it had been coming, I think, the loss. Maybe not 5-1, but never mind. So going into our next game. Next game is probably going to be live comment. Maybe Macclesfield. It's FA Cup first round. They're in the same league as us, so probably not Macclesfield. Probably going to be Gateshead or Grimsby. It's probably going to be Grimsby, if I'm honest with you. We'll go for Grimsby. That'll be the next live com. Hopefully you join us for that. In the next video, hopefully we'll do better than that. That is an embarrassing defeat, like put on here. Fair enough if it was like a top team, like I don't know, say like a team from League One got relegated twice, something like that. I don't know, and they were a decent side. But fair enough. But it's not that way. That's not how it's worked out. I mean, we've had some resounding victories against teams early on. Forward against Torquay and Bristol Rovers. Quite a few 3-1s. We're scoring goals. Just got outdone there, really. I mean, some shocking performances, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm going to come back for the Grimsby game. Hopefully you join us for that. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.